Hey everyone, Shadow Rockets here, and today I have some Halo lore for you, as is customary on Tuesdays that are pro tips. So, as far as lore goes today, I'm going to talk about not necessarily just overshields, but also armor abilities. I kind of wanted to really find out, like, okay, where did these come from? Where did these perks, so to speak, come from, so that I could actually understand their purpose or where they come from, obviously. So I was digging into overshields, of course, as that is like the customary, like since Halo 1 there was camo and overshields. And so I found out that there was overshield technology developed to enhance the Covenant's warriors' personal shielding systems, but it works on anybody who uses a personal shielding system, such as Spartans. So that's kind of interesting that they work for both elites and Spartans. I'm kind of confused as to that. Also ODSTs, I guess I should say. So my question is, what? I can't find out where or what group within the Covenant originally came up with these. So I kept digging a little further and a little further, and I came across armor abilities. I was like, you know what, that's right. So where did armor abilities come from? You know, we made them in Halo Reach, and in Halo 4 we had them, but we didn't have them in any others, and it seems like there are some that are based on Forerunner things. You know, there's just a lot of weird technology going on. And also Halo 3 equipment, you know, that was just kind of thrown in there too. Where did that come from? Most of it is brute technology or Covenant technology, but there is the trip mine, the human trip mine, which is also weird because there are some brutes that use trip mines on the UNSC quite effectively, might I add. So it seems like this is a very odd portion of Halo, and I'm not really sure if there was a lot of thought that went into these systems, because it really just seems like, oh yeah, they just kind of popped up, like this was developed. It wasn't developed by any particular person or anything. It just happened. So it is, a lot of people think, a reference to Marathon, as far as overshields go, because I guess Marathon had overshields at some point. So that was kind of interesting. Marathon was the game that Bungie developed before Halo for Apple PCs. So that was interesting. I was kind of confused as to, like, I guess there's just a ton of references to Marathon in Halo, especially like Marathon Man, which is the achievement in Halo 3. So that's cool that they reference it, but at the same time, like, where did these come from? Why can't we know? And I mean, I guess I found out some really cool specific details with regards to overshields. You know, in Halo Combat Involved in Halo 2, the overshield boosts the player shields to 300%. In Halo 3, it was reduced to 200%, and then there's also that momentary, whatchamacallit, I guess, invincibility, which you can find in Halo 3's campaign on some brutes. You can pick up invincibility, which is an actual ability that takes the place of the overshield, because you can't get the overshield in Halo 3 campaign, interestingly enough. And so it's just essentially while the shields are charging, or overcharging I should say, you get that invincibility for like 3 seconds or so. So that's neato, whatever. There are some, like the portable turret in the equipment in Halo 3, that was obviously Forerunner development. And in the armor abilities, you get Promethean vision, and I think there's a turret as well, and you get the shield. So there's a bunch of just weird armor abilities that it's like, oh yeah, the Foreigners had plenty of them. When you read up on them, it's like, oh, well, that's neat. They had them 100,000 years ago, but we don't have them in Halo 1, but we have them in Halo Reach. I guess that's just part of the technology that we lost. Cool stuff. And the shapes, they don't, you know, in Halo 1 and Halo 2, the shapes are very similar, except for the color is different as far as overshields go. It's like red in Halo 1 and gold in Halo 2. But they don't go into any specific detail as far as why the triangle with the circle inside matters, and then in Halo 3 it's just a big circle with no glass encasing it. You can pick up the overshield and camo as a equipment if you use that glitch in multiplayer. I don't know if y'all knew that, but that's kind of neat, but that's the closest you can get to using it as an ability, you know, like an armor ability. So I don't know. I was a little heartbroken that whenever I searched through all of this, I couldn't find anything very in-depth on them, but I guess that is also something to report, something to point out, that there is just not a lot of lore behind these things, and they're kind of important. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and I will be coming at you tomorrow with some live gameplay. And yeah, don't forget to tell your friends. Shadowrock is out.